This is the Troll Patrol, live with Justin FREAKIN.
Merry Christmas, bitches. Welcome to the Troll Patrol live. It's a freaking Saturday. We don't usually come on Saturdays, but I felt like it was fitting. We're going to do the news tonight. Tomorrow night we're going to do classic TV shows. Merry Christmas from the UK, where it's already Christmas Day, isn't it? We're gearing up for the Christmas here in the US. It's Christmas Eve. Oh, I come every day. I come every day. Sometimes 3, 4, 5 times a day. Oh, goddamn. So Krampus got in touch with me today. Apologized profusely. They had internet issues, which is totally understandable. It seemed like my internet wasn't going to hold on the entire time that we were on last night. I can understand that Krampus, where Krampus is from, having internet issues. So I have a friend that does like horror makeup and builds clay figures and shit. And that's who I contacted in order to get Krampus for last night. He was going to dress up her significant other as Krampus for us. And that was where that came from. But they had some bad internet, as we're all suffering through the bomb cyclone that's hitting the United States. Apparently caused the Tennessee game to get postponed by an hour because it was too fucking cold to take the field today. Meanwhile, it's too fucking hot in here. I am sweating profusely. The door, like, I greased the hinges so the door keeps closing on me. No, I need that door open. I gotta prop it open with something. It's specifically in here with all my equipment and shit. Like, the rest of the house feels amazing. In here, it is incredibly hot. Well, plus, you know, all the fucking hot air that I espouse. There's that as well. What are we going to be talking about tonight? I've got stories for you. I got Christmas-oriented stories to be able to talk about. You're still going to get a dose of Matt Walsh. Somehow, I still got Matt Walsh on the list for tonight.
Justin FREAKIN, the formidable voice in the culture.
Apparently, he's doing what he did with biology to the myth of Santa Claus. I believe I have a video of Matt Walsh explaining to a kid why Santa Claus isn't real. I'm not shitting you. So that should be fun. I've got a video from Conservative Mama. We played some of her shit, some of her comedy skits a few times. I don't know if we get around to it, we'll play this, because I'm sure it's cringe as fuck. Since it's Christmas, I promise you, you get multiple animal stories at the end of this show. Not one, not two, not just 3. I've got 4 top shelf animal stories for you tonight since it's Christmas. Several of them Christmas related. Oprah Winfrey shocked that $100 is a lot of money to some people when asked about Christmas gifts. School principal really got into doing this elf on a shelf thing. A delivery robot in the UK has thanked a man for getting it unstuck. Mariah Carey apparently said that the song All I Want for Christmas Is You was something that she had been writing since she was a little girl. The co-writer of the song is saying that is bullshit. The co-writer of the song saying, nope, that's not how it happened. I've never heard of these white elephant gift parties. Apparently, this is a office kind of deal that people exchange gifts doing this white elephant thing. A woman stole a lottery ticket that turned out to be a winner during this white elephant party. Jenna Bush went on the Today Show this week. Apparently let her daughter answer some questions from Hoda, and her daughter embarrassed her. Mom was kicked out of a show at Radio City Music Hall having something to do with facial recognition software. I've been sitting on this story for a little bit. I'm interested to know why facial recognition software picked her out, what we're using it, why we're deploying it at a fucking Christmas show at Radio City Music Hall. Brazilian Mall has fired a Santa for refusing to allow a autistic boy to have his picture made with him. What an asshole. Makes me feel bad for calling back and apologizing to Santa last night because apparently Santa needs his ass kicked. A drag Christmas show went on in Tennessee despite threats from bigoted groups. The right is upset that Joe Biden didn't say Jesus in his Christmas message. Plus, the Bidens visited children in a hospital. All that and more tonight on the Troll Patrol live. Mr. Balls, good evening. Simp, Warlord, love you guys. Clinically, I am not high enough for this shit. Happy Yule, happy Hanukkah. I believe this is the 5th day of Hanukkah. Might be the 6th. I have fucking lost count. I'm sorry to all you Jews out there. Smoking on some Tangerine Dream. That is what I'm smoking on tonight. Tangerine Dream, bought from the weed store the other day. I think I'm gonna I got 3 different things from the weed store. I think I'm gonna pack me up another bowl of the Tangerine Dream. This is THC infused CBD. Last time I went to the weed store, that was the thing I liked the most that I got, was the THC infused CBD. Last time I got the sour diesel, I got a little bit of the sour diesel. I got like an 1/8 of sour diesel this time. Got a 1/4 of the Tangerine Dream, and then I got a 1/4 of just regular flour. I think I like the regular flour this time. I got this time. I didn't ask them what it was, though. Last time they only had one type of flour. And it was like purple nurple, but this is like a different shit. Here's your meme of the day. Thoughts? Any plans for Christmas? I don't know. Probably just chill. Me on December 25th. She looks like she's having a great time. Is that some wild turkey she's got in her left hand? I love that she is wearing the like total grandma outfit, right? Like my grandmother had those kind of like, what do you call those? Those are like sweatsuits. Like they match. They've got the bottoms and the tops match, and it's got some sort of print. This one's got a trash panda on it. She looks very happy. She is enjoying her bong. But also, I need to call bullshit because that bowl looks awfully clean. Doesn't look like she's taking a rip out of it yet. Here's her woke up this morning. I was like, "You want a rip?" Sure. a rip. I just packed the bong. Oh, what else? Let me tell you what else we got special for tonight's show. When we were doing election coverage, I kept flipping over. I had Reuters giving you the up-to-date tracking of the election. Tonight we've got NORAD giving us the up-to-date tracking of Santa Claus. Approaching French Guiana in 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Ida, good evening. Of course Carrie Lake lost her election appeal. Did you expect anything else? I didn't get around to it the other night because it was one of those nights that I was sick. I had a clip of one of her lawyers and what they were arguing in court, and it was dumb fuckedness. Oh, tomorrow night I'm sure we're gonna watch Red Sleigh Down, the classic South Park episode where they try to bring Christmas cheer to Iraq, and Iraq ends up like has a surface-to-air missile and shoots down Santa's sleigh. Oh shit. So here's the thing. I felt bad. We called Santa last night, and I was pretty rude to Santa, but then I called him back and I apologized. But now the more I think about it, like, Santa deserved that shit. What's up, Pledge of Allegiance? How you doing, my friend? I'm not high enough for this shit. I am packing up a bowl of Tangerine Dream. We're gonna have a Christmas bong. Now remember, this is tonight's Troll Patrol is a special Troll Patrol episode. We usually don't come on Saturday. We're not gonna get a Troll Patrol tomorrow night. We're going to be exclusively on Twitch, and we are going to watch classic TV Christmas specials. One I'm looking most forward to is Captain and Tennille with Don Knotts as special guest. We got South Park, we got Bob's Burgers, we got Archie Bunker, Bewitched, SNL, Star Wars Christmas special. Now, here's the thing, is I've never seen the Star Wars Christmas special, but I'd never seen Star Wars until just a few years ago. The last 3 May 4ths, I have watched the first 3 Star Wars movies. So, I guess this year would be a good year for me to watch the Star Wars Christmas special, since now I have seen the first 3 Star Wars. So we're going in chronological order with the Star Wars then, aren't we? Santa Claus, about 2 minutes from French Guiana, has delivered 4,659,000 gifts so far. Wait a minute, is that 4 billion? Perhaps that was 4 billion. I was a little off. I like how NORAD is saying, like, Santa ain't even stopping. He don't stop on your roof and come down the chimney anymore. He's just throwing presents out the back of his sleigh. So Santa's sleigh currently in South America right now. Check back in on NORAD here in a little while. Got the Santa tracker up and ready. Leftoid lubed up liberals guy. You sound like Matt Walsh. Let me tell you, Matt Walsh is going to say something a lot like that here in just a little bit when we get to that story. Hell, Santa. I took it as a compliment, Locke. Not high enough for this shit. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. We got Kwanzaa coming up on Monday. Whatever you celebrate, I'm celebrating with you tonight. Festivus was last night. Festivus is the 23rd. Christmas Eve is the 24th. I have not watched the Festivus episode yet. I was going to ask Curious if she wanted to watch it yesterday, and I fell asleep. Oh, I've seen it. No, we'll watch it tomorrow night. It is not my favorite Christmas episode of Seinfeld, though. My favorite Christmas episode of Seinfeld is the communist one. Where Elaine is dating a communist. And he convinced Kramer is a mall Santa. And the commie convinces Kramer to turn communist. They are posting assassination coordinates for Santa. Damn, we came over to the Santa tracker and he pooped out a bunch of presents right as we pulled it up there. Did you guys see that? He dropped a big dookie on South America. Heading to, Manaus, Brazil is Santa's next stop. Cancel Santa. Santa already brought this lady her Christmas presents. She's very happy with them too. She's happy with what she got for Christmas. Don't forget, tomorrow night we are going to watch Christmas specials. Where you would usually get a Troll Patrol, we will be watching Christmas TV specials all night long too. I'll go late until the evening. Carpe Pax, good evening. Why shout Pax out for me? I hate to inform you, Carpe Pax, but I live in East Tennessee. There are indeed people shooting off guns to celebrate Christmas. Oh, shit. Also, I was told the other day, so I had done this story for the Troll Patrol. There was a Klan meeting, and they were like shooting their guns up in the air, and one of the bullets came down and hit a dude in the head. And a friend of mine said, no. I know that person. He wanted to leave. And they put one in his head. It wasn't an accident. I'm like, ooh. Okay. But it was just funny that I actually, I'd actually heard that story already. That I'd reported on it on the Troll Patrol. No, he lived. Apparently, they sell those Red Ryder BB guns now. I saw somebody that got one for Christmas today on Twitter. Of course they do. Of course they sell those fucking guns. Probably buy them at the gift store. They turned that house into a novelty gift store. The house from A Christmas Story. We did that story a couple weeks ago on the Freak Show, where that house is up for sale. One of the cast members got into a fight with the owner in the driveway. Hilarious story. The Bidens visited a children's hospital today. They read stories to the kids. I believe they took some phone calls as well. Get the scoop on what went down.
Thank you. So much. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Thank you.
The right-wingers have been mocking him for wearing a mask. I wonder, like, were you supposed to go with Jill? Were you not supposed to wander over and touch the children? Come on, Joe. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, thank God he didn't hug him in some weird kind of way. I agree. It was hard finding a news story about this. Like, they didn't even do a news story. They just showed a little clip of it. I was trying to find the video of him visiting the children at the hospital. Conservatives are outraged. Joe Biden didn't say Jesus in his Christmas message. President Joe Biden was criticized by conservatives this week for not saying Jesus in his Christmas speech on Thursday. Of course, this is where the capitalism is. You can get all kinds of capitalism here. You can go to the freak store. You can buy your capitalism. I'm sorry, my joke fell flat. Satan never mentions Jesus by name. He's afraid of God, and he's afraid of Christians who know how to pray in a way that brings God closer. According to Twitter user Hamlet Garza, during the president's speech, Biden said that everything that seems so important fades away in stillness of winter's evening, and then referred to Jesus as the Son of God instead. So he did fucking say Jesus, apparently. God, these are... See, it's the Daily Wire. Biden delivers Christmas address without mentioning Jesus by name. Listen to what he had to say here. Since it triggered the right-wingers.
Good afternoon.
So this was on Thursday.
How silently the wondrous gift is given. There's a certain stillness at the center of the Christmas story. A silent night when all the world goes quiet. And all the glamour, all the noise, everything that divides us, everything that pits us against one another. Everything that seems so important, but really isn't. It all fades away in stillness of the winter's evening. And we look to the sky, to a lone star, shining bright.
The sky, to Santa.
Guiding us to the birth of a child.
Santa,
Christians
delivering
believe to be
presents.
the Son of God.
Yana.
Miraculously now, here among us on earth, bringing hope, love, and peace, and joy to the world.
I bring
Yes,
you
it's a
love.
story that's 2,000 years old, but it's still very much alive today. Just look into the eyes of a child on Christmas morning, or listen to the laughter of a family together this holiday season after years of being apart. Just feel the hope rising in your chest.
Honey, you act like there was like lockdowns or some shit. Years of being apart.
Even though you've sung countless times before. Yes, even after 2,000 years, Christmas still has the power to lift us up, to bring us together, to change lives, to change the world. The Christmas story is at the heart of the Christmas.
Buddy, I was around for
The
2020.
message of hope, love, peace.
The right-wingers were like, oh, they can't tell us not to gather with our
Speaks to all of
family.
us. Whether we're Christian, Jewish, Hindu, Muslim, Buddhist, or any other faith, or no faith at all, it speaks to all of us as human beings who are here on this earth, to care for one another, to look out for one another.
To care for one another, that sounds like communism.
The message of Christmas is always important, but it's especially important through tough times, like the ones we've been through the past few years. The pandemic has taken so much from us. We've lost so much time with
There's
one
only
another.
one man that would dare give you the raspberry.
People we love.
Is that Justin Freakin?
That's a million empty chairs, breaking hearts and homes all across the country. Our politics has gotten so angry, so mean, so partisan. And too
Let's go,
often,
Brandon.
each other's enemies, not as neighbors, as Democrats or Republicans, not as fellow Americans. We become too divided.
You hate
But as
yogurt?
tough as these times have been, if we look a little closer, we see
Who hates
bright spots
yogurt?
all across the country. The strength, the determination, the resilience.
Yogurt is good shit.
Long defined America. We're surely making progress. Things are getting better. COVID law no longer controls our.
You know what I like that Greek
back to
yogurt
school.
that you get. Like you get
People are back
the
to work. In
spinach
fact, more
fried
people are
things, and
working
you
than
put the
ever
Greek
before.
yogurt on it. That's good shit.
Americans are building again,
I don't
innovating,
even know what those things are called.
dreaming again.
The
So
little
my hope this
the
Christmas
pastry
season
things with
is
the
that we take a
spinach
few
in them and
moments
shit, and you
quiet
get
reflection.
some Greek yogurt.
Find that stillness in the heart of Christmas. It's at the heart of Christmas. And really look at each other.
I mean,
Not
like
as
if you
Democrats and
like, do you
Republicans.
not eat cheese?
Not as members of Team Red or Team Blue, but as who we really are. Fellow Americans. Fellow human beings worthy of being treated with dignity and respect.
Buddy, I voted for you, and I don't even have like any respect for you. Come the fuck
At
on.
our politics and set us against one another. I hope this Christmas season marks a fresh start for our nation, because there's so much that unites us as
It
Americans.
is mold, isn't it?
So much more that unites us.
That's what
than
cheese
divides us.
is, I thought.
We're truly blessed to live in
Repent.
this nation. And I truly hope we take the time to look out for one another, not at one, for one another. So many people struggle at Christmas. It can be a time of great pain and terrible loneliness. I know, like many of you know, it was 50 years ago this week that I lost my first wife, my infant daughter, in a car accident.
Aw. Well, my heart goes out to
Badly
you,
injured when they
Joe.
were out shopping for a Christmas tree. I know how hard this time of year can be.
I didn't know it was like right at Christmas time when that happened.
No one can ever know what someone else is going through. What's really going on in their life. What they're struggling with. What they're trying to overcome. That's why sometimes
some
the
cottage
smallest
cheese.
act of kindness can mean so much. A simple smile, a hug, an unexpected phone call, a quiet cup of coffee. Simple acts of kindness that can lift a spirit, provide comfort, and perhaps, maybe even save a life. So this Christmas, let's spread a little kindness. This Christmas, let's be that helping hand, that strong shoulder.
Buddy, you're the president.
voice, when no one else seems to care for those.
I hate to let you know, but you got the power to do a lot to
just might be
spread
the best gift
kindness.
you can never give. Let's be sure to remember the brave women and men in uniform who defend and protect our nation. Many of them are.
Why are you prejudiced against cottage cheese?
Let's keep them in our prayers.
People
You
listen
know,
to the
I-
podcast like, why the fuck does he keep talking about cottage cheese?
And throughout the life of this country, it's been during the weeks of December, even in the midst of some of our toughest days, that some of the best chapters of our story have been written. It was during these weeks, back in 1862, that President Lincoln prepared the Emancipation Proclamation, which he issued on New Year's Day. At Christmas, 1941, and the weeks after Pearl Harbor,
That
Franklin
1862?
Delano Roosevelt hosted Winston Churchill in this White House. Together, they planned the Allied strategy to defeat fascism.
Well, that was later.
And it was 1968 that the most terrible year of years, the year of assassination and riot, of war and chaos, that the astronauts of Apollo 8 circled the moon and spoke to us here on Earth from the silence of space on a silent night on a Christmas Eve. They read the story of Christmas creation from the King James Bible. Went in the beginning.
Lord Locke, that has happened.
and earth.
We did that story.
God said, "Let there be light." And
Was
there
it some
light.
state official?
That light's still with us, illuminating the way
During
forward as
COVID?
Americans and citizens of
And
the world.
the
The
sign
light
language
that burned in the
person
beginning
wasn't speaking sign language?
light
They
that
were just
shines
like
still
signing
today in
nonsense?
Our own time, our own lives. As we sing, "O Holy Night," His law is love and His gospel is peace.
Oh, holy
I wish you-
night.
And for you, and for our nation, now and always, is that
One of my favorite
the
Christmas
light.
songs.
The light of liberty and hope, of love and generosity, of kindness and
Yeah,
compassion.
they didn't even speak
Dignity and
sign
decency.
language. They didn't sign. they
Provide
were
a
just
family.
up there doing
I wish you and your
nonsense.
family peace, joy, health, and happiness.
I want to say it was
Merry
during
Christmas.
a COVID briefing
Happy
because
holidays.
I believe we
All
covered
the
it
best
here
of
on
the
the
year.
Troll Patrol.
God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you.
God protect our troops. So that was the Biden Christmas message that got the right so fucking stressed out. Biden delivers Christmas address without mentioning Jesus by name. It's almost like we're a secular country or some shit. Even though he did say a child Christians believe to be the Son of God. Biden then referred to Jesus as a child Christians believe to be the Son of God, but failed to actually mention his name. The president has repeatedly claimed to be a devout Catholic. I love the use of quotations here. Despite his support for leftist policies that go against church teachings, such as abortion. Buddy, I can't stress to you guys enough that so much of what you guys do goes against church teachings. The former CEO of Overstock, John Schneider, went a step further. Said that Biden actually needs to face his maker, which, last I checked, should get you a visit from Secret Service. He was on Newsmax saying this bullshit.
This Christmas season, it is important to highlight the reason for the season, as the saying goes. President Biden, however, did exactly the opposite, leaving Jesus Christ out of his Christmas address. He alluded to Jesus and to Christ, said the Son of God, but he couldn't quite get there. Couldn't quite do it.
For more, let's welcome in actor, film.
Jones, good evening.
John Schneider. First of all, Merry Christmas, John. Welcome to the show.
Oh, wait a minute. This isn't the CEO of Overstock. This is actor John Schneider. Who's the CEO of Overstock? I'm confusing these two. Or former CEO of Overstock. Patrick Byrne was his name. I'm sorry. I really got confused on that one.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thanks for having me back. I love it here. Love it.
We love having you.
We love having you, exactly. So,
what an embarrassment. What an embarrassment, huh? Our president was when he left Christ out of Christmas. My goodness.
well, that was the question I was going to ask you. What do you think about leaving, Jesus Christ out of Christmas? You can't spell Christmas without the word Christ.
Right, although they figured out, they put the X in there, which has always bothered me even before I was a Christian. I didn't understand why people would do that.
This motherfucker is sitting in front of a tree. Let me remind you that the Bible literally says not to decorate trees. Not to decorate trees. Embolus. Good evening, my friend.
Has always bothered me even before I was a Christian. I didn't understand why people would do that. It makes no sense. Like taking the happy out of birthday, right? Well, we celebrate this. Christmas is the birth of Christ, which is, if you follow the logic, the birth of Christ is the birth of freedom. The birth of freedom is the seed of inspiration that birthed this country. This country is based on Christian principles. This country has in God we trust on the currency that they are currently trying to get rid of. They took God out of school.
Yes, I would really like to get rid of that, seeing as it wasn't put there until the 1950s during the Red Scare, you piece of shit.
Schools, they took God out of, for a while they took God off the streets. They took God out of church when they closed the church down during...
Have you read the Bible? Supposedly, according to the book that you believe in, God is everywhere, and you don't actually need to be in a church.
During COVID, I myself would have happily gone to jail and kept my church open. But now, the President of the United States has
I know you'll put yourself up on the cross, you fucking martyr.
He has taken Christ out of Christmas, which means that he is now going with this weird popular flow that at its core does not believe in ultimate responsibility. Now, Joe has claimed to be a Catholic, so he has claimed to be a man of God on many.
You're talking about ultimate responsibility. When you guys never take responsibility for anything, you're religious. Like, Jesus died for your sins. You don't even have to own up to your fucking sins.
Occasions. But he apparently doesn't understand that to whom much is given, much is expected. This man arguably is the single most powerful man in the world.
No.
Which means he has been given more than any other man, woman, or child in the world right now.
No.
If something were to happen to Joe Biden right now, he is ultimately and eternally responsible for.
I don't know that the president has ever been the most powerful man in the world. Maybe FDR. You could possibly make the case that at one time he was the most powerful man in the world. But no. I mean, there's a reason why JFK got assassinated. Hell, I would say Xi Jinping is more powerful than the U.S. president.
Day.
Elon Musk is more powerful than the U.S. president.
We're not responsible for that. He is. So I'm not even talking about on a human level. Now I'm talking about
arm the children.
On a godly level. This man has got to face his maker and explain why he can't say Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and I will run my country under his guidelines.
So, John, what do you make of the fact that you have schools that won't allow Santa Claus to come in, but they're using our taxpayer dollars to bring in drag queens?
Whoa.
Oh, my gosh. I don't even know that I have a place in my soul to contemplate that. But you know, I grew up in theater. I started in theater in 1968. So I have no issue with drag queens. I have no issue with transgender. I have no issue with homosexuals.
You got no issue with transgender.
If that is wrong, they too will have their meeting with God. It's not up to me to tell them that's wrong, but it is up to us to tell them, don't bring that to our schools. Don't bring that to our places where we're supposed to have reading time. You know, if you want to perpetuate, if you want to market your product, and your product is transgenderism.
Your product? That is a weird thing for a religious asshole to say. Your product. Nobody is marketing anything. What we are trying to do is normalize the fact that there are people of different cultures and beliefs, many different walks of life, not just straight white Christian fucks. It has nothing to do with trying to market transgender to people. Holy shit.
Your product, and your product is transgenderism. Good, you're in a free country, you can do that. But do it on your own channel. Do it at your own transgender bookstore. Open up a transgender Santa Claus and his elves kiosk somewhere. Do it there. But we don't have the responsibility, just as these folks don't have the responsibility to market our perspective, we should not have the responsibility nor obligation to market theirs. I don't understand where that line has been. It hasn't been crossed. It's just been erased.
Yeah.
And what that's done is that is now created.
No, he's not joking. He's serious as fuck.
And kind of hate between people who are very tolerant and accepting of all people. But when it was like the vaccine. I have no issue with the vaccine. I wouldn't get that shot with Baldwin's arm. But still, if you enforce
Billy
that
Baldwin
on me, I have a problem with the mandate. I don't have a problem.
What mandate?
With the product that you are marketing, and it all comes down to marketing.
It really
Somebody
does.
made billions of dollars on that vaccine, regardless of whether it did any good or any harm.
Yeah.
It did plenty of good, motherfucker. Oh my god. And here's my problem with you guys. You want to bring up the profit motive. However, if I was to say, let's nationalize the pharmaceutical industry, you're not going to be for that. You don't want Medicare for all to remove the profit motive from these things. The fuck? So I don't want to hear about it when it comes to something like the government throwing money at the pharmaceutical industry in order to get them to... mRNA vaccines had been in development for decades. When we come up on the COVID pandemic, the government had to take the initiative to throw money at the private sector in order to get them to develop this technology, because the pharmaceutical companies hadn't exactly seen the ability, they haven't seen the incentive to be able to rush them out. I would think it gets you a visit from Secret Service.
Nobody, they don't care. And that, again, back to Christmas, ultimately, if you sold and marketed something, whether it's a lifestyle or a product or a vitamin or a shot, that you knew was ultimately potentially harmful to people or to children, you'll have your moment with God.
Buddy, you guys are doing that right now with your propaganda, and I hope you have to answer to God for it, motherfucker. Too bad God ain't real.
He will tell you. And then...
Well, thanks to Donald Trump and Operation Warp Speed, millions of lives were saved. So the vaccine did save millions of lives.
But John Schneider, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Sorry, we love having you. We'll get you back.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Personally, I don't believe that.
Movie.com.
Idiot. Facts don't care about your feelings. But you heard him mention it's marketing. It's marketing your lifestyle. Marketing your lifestyle. It's just fucking bullshit. This is the reason why we have threats constantly towards wholesome events like this drag queen Christmas, which got to go on at the Tennessee Theater despite the demonstration and the threats against it.
Protesters gathered around the Tennessee Theater in downtown Knoxville, upset about a performance there. Critics of a holiday drag show say a Tennessee law should keep it off the stage. It forbids an adult-oriented establishment or cabaret, including male or female impersonators, from taking place within 1,000 feet of a church, park, or school. But the law is unclear about whether that applies to venues playing host to a drag show. Reporter Caitlin Keenahan takes us downtown to hear from critics and supporters.
Sounds like a stupid fucking law.
The Tennessee Theater has hosted this show for 8 years, so it's not a new show. A Drag Queen Christmas has toured across the country year after year, and this is the first time it's received any pushback.
NRG Flow, good evening, my friend.
I've been saying, Lord, send me to the next place you want to send me, so we came. We live in by Johnson City, an hour and a half out of here.
Hundreds of people came to the Tennessee Theater in protest.
We're going to have church at the gates of hell.
Some individuals and religious groups believe drag shows should not be for all ages.
It's everything evil. There's nothing good about it. God made man, he made woman.
It's everything evil.
Directly across Gay Street, hundreds of people also showed up in support of the show. Drag performers and all the ages attending.
So I wanted to come out and support free speech and my friends and the trans and drag community of Knoxville.
According to KPD, there was no violence and there have not been any arrests. But chants, songs, and conversations echoed all the way up the street. In Knoxville, I'm Caitlin Keenahan.
I mean, Lord, you say what's become of this country, but puritanical beliefs have been here since before we were a country. As somebody on, I believe it was Twitter, pointed out, the only people to ban Christmas in this country have been Christians. Yes, it seemed like we had made progress longest time. That continued to get more progressive as we went along, but my God, we regressed in the last 20 years. I agree. number one person responsible in my mind for the attacks on the transgender community, the drag community, been a man by the name of Matt Walsh. Now, Matt Walsh has said some intelligent things, like the time that he called me a formidable voice in the culture.
Justin FREAKIN, the formidable voice in the culture.
But Matt Walsh says a lot of stupid shit, too. Apparently, his new documentary is What is a Santa? What is a Santa? I believe we're getting ready to watch him crush the dreams of a child by exposing the fact that Santa isn't real.
You said that this magical fat man flies through the sky with reindeer.
Yes, we got NORAD tracking him right now. It's over Greenland. That was a hell of a trip. He was over South America last time we checked in. That couldn't have been more than 20 minutes ago. Motherfucker's up in Greenland now. Jesus. A hell of a trip there, Santa.
Circumnavigates the globe, delivering presents to billions of children in one night.
Yeah.
On Dancer, on Vixen, on Cupid, on... Yeah, I mean it. I know. And then he just delivers...
Kitchen Nightmares Music Indeed. And by God, if the fucking Daily Wire files a takedown notice on this video, I'm gonna fucking scream.
But he be's really quiet. And then the kids can't hear him, because if they hear him footsteps, then they'll know.
How does he fit down the chimney when he's so fat?
Yeah, he goes down to one. It's kind of like...
How does he fit down the chimney?
So, I would just like to say, clearly, Jeremy's razors suck ass. Look at that beard that Matt Walsh has going on there. These assholes have their own brand of razors, and his beard looks like shit.
When he's so fat.
Yeah, he goes down to one. It's kind of like Sonic, too. He goes, like, really fast. Like, he goes into this chimney, and he comes back. This chimney, yeah.
In truth, in reality, how does he do it?
We sure that we're talking about.
You said, looking at my notes here.
Listen to me, Silver.
So you're not going to tell me how he does it?
No.
I just wanted to know, what is a Santa?
I'm not going to find out.
Wow. Ray Leo, good evening. Matt. I'm glad we watched that. That was decent. Most right-wing comedy is not funny. Not funny at all. You know how I know? Because I keep giving so-called conservative comedians a chance to make me laugh, and they fail miserably pretty much every time. So I'm going to give them one more chance here. You've played 4 or 5 videos from Conservative Mama. Every single one of them have sucked. One more time. Let's hear from Conservative Mama. This is Christmas Dreams versus Reality from Conservative Mama.
Let us gather around, my children. The photographer shall be arriving shortly, and I'd like to rehearse some of our poses. Hey guys, I need you guys to just gather around the tree, okay? I forgot to put a Christmas picture together, so we're gonna just do a quick shoot right in front of the tree, okay? Come on, hurry, let's go.
Oh yes, Cynthia. I took an advanced calligraphy class this last April, and I have addressed every single Christmas card personally this year. You should be arriving shortly.
I can't find the Christmas addresses. I know I saved them. I know I saved them. I can't. Oh, my darling, the children are all snug in their beds, and I have created a zip line that the elf...
This is a Christmas dream.
will be draped in candy canes and tinsel, and it will start at the top of the staircase, and he will twirl down, 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 and then loop back up to the chandelier and over to the top of the Christmas tree next to the angel. And there, the angel and the elf will converse until the morning light.
This is Christmas reality.
I forgot to move the elf on the shelf.
Oh yes, I got all of my Christmas shopping done in July. It's so important to be prepared for the holidays.
I had the gifts in the cart, but I guess I didn't press the buy now button or the purchase button, but they're still there. So I'm gonna buy them now.
And of course, the best packages of all.
I don't know why people stress so much over Christmas.
Strings. And of course, I like to add a little bit of spruce for color.
I can't believe this. We're out of tape. Honey, we're out of tape.
This is supposed to be relatable to you.
They love my tape. What's with kids and tape?
Now, children, you're going to want to use the fluted pastry cutter to get that perfect edge to your cookie. And then we apply the sand sugar.
Apparently, I have some gifts under the tree in there.
No,
Teresa told me to open them when she
we're still
left.
making the cookies. Yeah.
So don't forget your gifts.
No, that's not good. No, put it down. Don't lick the spoon. Put the spoon down.
Maybe I'll open them tomorrow night.
I think I found the bulb that needs to be replaced. I just love hanging up lights outside on a winter's day. I'm sorry, you're on your own. I can't move. It's too cold out here. Have a wonderful day at school, my children. I hope your teachers enjoy that homemade mason jar terrarium I made them. Oh my gosh, teacher's gifts. Okay, yes, just here, hey, let's just hand them this, just slip it in there and just say Merry Christmas, okay? Just Merry Christmas, this'll work, this is fine. 'Twas the night before Christmas and all through the house.
Just gave her kid alcohol.
Not even a mouse.
I challenge The Rock to rock, paper, scissors.
Let us gather around.
I was gonna watch The Rock. Rock paper. I actually watched this the other day. I didn't know who. Why? I didn't know who this Mr. Beast was until like 2 weeks ago. Why is he all over the place now? Where did he come from? The Rock's a cool guy though. The Rock offered to donate to charity for this.
I am. I'm ready. I got it. Rock.
No matter who won, The Rock was going to match it, and yeah, I have no idea who he is, but yet he's the biggest thing on YouTube.
Oh, he's not predictable. Come on, man. You ready? I am.
And when everybody started talking about them, I thought like they were talking about Mr. Beat, the dude who does like educational history videos about politics and shit. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad Mr. Beat's getting the recognition he deserves. He's awesome. But no, it's not Mr. Beat. It's Mr. Beast. I don't know who the fuck this is. If anybody deserves to be a millionaire, it's Mr. Beat, who's a legitimate history teacher.
Oh my gosh. This is going to take forever.
If I win, what happens?
I donate $100,000 to whatever charity you want.
Okay. And if
The Rock says he'll match it.
Donate $100,000 to any charity you want.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
All right. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. You ready?
Oh, so he's like Oprahing it up over on the...
I'm ready. I got it.
Over on the YouTube, giving shit away.
I got it too.
Okay.
There we go. Yes.
You would do the Rock.
I'll do
He
it.
beat The Rock.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll still donate 100 as well.
Oh,
So what
man.
charity are we donating to?
Let's
That's
go
awesome.
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Perfect. I'm gonna ask Gordon Ramsay which one tastes better, and be brutally honest. This is $400.
It was the $400 chocolate. I've watched this video. That was when I found out who Mr. Beast was. It was that video. I was like, okay, I'll watch that. I like Gordon Ramsay and The Rock. I brought up Oprah. We're gonna talk about Oprah when we come back from the other side of the break. Oprah's shocked that $100 is a lot of money to some people. A mom was kicked out of a show at Radio City Music Hall. Facial recognition picked her out for some reason. I've been looking forward to hearing this story. A Brazilian mall Santa needs his ass kicked because he wouldn't take a picture with an autistic boy. He has been fired, which is a good thing. Woman attended this white elephant party, apparently where you get to steal somebody else's gift. Stole a lottery ticket that was apparently worth a lot of money. A video of a school principal who went all in on this elf in a shelf thing. The co-writer of All I Want for Christmas Is You is upset about Mariah Carey taking too much credit for the song. Plus, since it's fucking Christmas, I'm going to give you a badass Christmas present. Not one, not two, not three, at least 4 stories having to do with animals to end this show, many of them Christmas related, so you'll want to stick around for that. Coming at you on the other side of the break here on the Troll Patrol live.
We live in turbulent times. The media is full of deception, conspiracy theories, and fake news. Now, more than ever, it is important to ensure you're getting information from a source that's freaking reliable.
I'm Justin Mullins, and this is the Freakin' News.
Get a breaking or interesting story with a humorous twist in about a minute weekdays, 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, and more.
Hi, I'm Justin FREAKIN. I'm a leftist broadcaster and comedian, not liberal, leftist. And despite what you may have heard from right-wing propaganda, George Soros isn't handing out Soros bucks and funding people like me. There are no Koch brothers, Mercers, or any number of right-wing think tanks funding content on the left side of the spectrum the way they fund people like Ben Shapiro, Dave Rubin, and Dennis Prager. And YouTube doesn't monetize videos that are controversial or deal with politics unless you're someone like Steven Crowder. So this is an ultimatum. Become a patron. Support my Patreon, or I'm going to become a right-winger and get some of that easy money. You know for a fact that I could be bigger than Charlie Kirk or Jesse Lee Peterson.
Amazing!
All I have to do is talk about how I used to be an SJW snowflake, but the left went too far with their cultural Marxism, and Republicans are stupid enough to buy it, even though this video exists. And you know I'm right, so give me your money or I'm selling you out. I was gonna just stick around through the break, but then I decided I had to pee. And I was like, oh, you know what? I've got apple cider in there. Let's make a cup of hot apple cider. That's a good Christmassy thing to do. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. Happy Hanukkah. Jewish peoples out there. Get a little high. Light one up, tip one back. If you guys want to have fun here on Christmas. Let me tell you where that comes from. I don't think I've ever told this story on stream. I actually stole that. And I never realized that I was as close to it. I thought I was not straight up lifting it. From a WWE wrestler. Sean O'Hare, he had this gimmick. By the way, here's your meme. I'm not even changing the meme today. It's just a fantastic meme. Sean O'Hare was a WWE wrestler. It was probably like 2005 or something. Tip one back comes from.
You are nothing but a slave to the government. They're stealing you.
Damn right.
You paying taxes, it's un-American.
Paying taxes on America.
Very good job of you already know. Everyone has a vice. Sometimes you just need to take a step back from reality. You work hard. You deserve to enjoy your life. Take a drink, have a smoke. So you spend some time away from your family. Your parents weren't there all the time. You turned out all right, didn't you? Exactly. Don't feel bad. This is what people do. So go ahead. Tip one back, light one up. Hell, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know.
So that's where I stole it from. I didn't realize how close I was because, like, I hadn't seen that in years, and but I knew I lifted it from him. That vignette. I didn't realize how close I was to it. It's not verbatim. It's imitation. It's imitation. Light one up, tip one back. All right to have a little fun before you hit the. Add my own little thing to it. Warlord over here trying to get me to give my YouTube money to other people. Out Christmas song. No, we're gonna do copyright shit tomorrow. It'll only be on the Twitch. Can't get a takedown notice. All kinds of old school TV specials. Including the Star Wars Christmas special. Give the Star Wars. But before that, we've got news to cover. I promised you news. This one's gonna piss you off, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put up the content warning for people. I mean, it's not like it's graphic or anything, it's just a story that's gonna piss you off. So, content warning. No holiday spirit. Brazilian mall fires Santa Claus for refusing to hug and take a photo with a 4-year-old autistic boy. A mall in Valparaiso, Brazil, fired its Santa Claus character for declining to take a picture with a 4-year-old boy who has autism. Angelica Alves took her son, Daniel Alves, to the mall on Sunday and said that he was a little agitated while he was waiting his turn. She told the mall Santa of her son's condition just moments before the photo session, but the man said no and motioned to her to take Daniel away. The mother returned home with her son and alerted the mall, which investigated the incident and fired him on the spot. Good on that mall. He has been invited back to the mall to take his picture with a newly hired Santa. The mall is fired at Santa Claus for refusing to hug and take a photo with an autistic boy. Thank you. 4-year-old Daniel Alves approached the bearded holiday character for the long-awaited snap he had been looking forward to all year when he was unexpectedly turned away. The boy's mother, Angelica Alves, told Metropoles newspaper. Santa Claus just turned around and said no, that there would be no picture. The distraught mother said she took her son shopping. Sol in Velsbasa Guasa. I butchered that. On Sunday, and that her son was restless while waiting his turn in queue, and out of courtesy informed the other mall customers around her of her son's condition. Angelica then told the Santa Claus that Daniel was autistic before he declined to have the holiday picture taken. She shared an image that shows the little boy standing next to a female Santa helper while the not-so-jolly Saint Nick looked away. The mall character then waved at Angelica and instructed her to take Daniel before he called on another child to have their picture taken together. I took Daniel very embarrassed because I had no way, I had no effort to debate, I had no effort to look away or look for anyone for help, Angelica said. Contacted management at Shopping Seoul to file a complaint, and the Santa Claus was fired on the spot. The invitation was extended to the family so that Daniel could return and have his photo taken with a newly hired Santa. Very painful to see your child being rejected. I felt my son rejected, and it hurt me a lot, Angelica said. So, fuck that Santa, who for some reason is like goddamn Mitch McConnell. What the fuck? McConnell got a job as a mall Santa in Brazil, and of course Mitch McConnell would turn away an autistic boy. That sounds a lot like him. Quivering, good evening. Yes, we covered that story days ago. Old Saint Mitch, indeed. I need to pack another bong. Lucky he didn't get his ass beat, indeed. I'm amazed somebody, like, if the mom had expressed that to somebody in line, it's possible to have got his ass beat. I'm not smoking crack here. He looks like Mitch McConnell, right? He's got a mask on for those of you listening to the podcast audio. So it's kind of hard to tell, but, like, I think that's Mitch McConnell. I don't think I'm smoking crack.
I was on crack.
Right. Well,
fuck that Santa. I'm glad they blurred everybody else's face out but his. I hope you get recognized and you get your ass beat. I hope that doesn't violate terms of service. But I feel like if I told Twitch the reason why I was advocating for a Santa to get his ass beat, Twitch would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I disagree with you, Tones. There are a few different things wrong with smoking crack. Number one being that, like, you wasted perfectly good cocaine cooking it and making it crack. Just saying, I don't see the purpose of crack. Aw, all my kitties are laying together looking all sweet. I got my Christmas kitties all as a family over here. Aw, sweeties. Oh, here comes Socks. He's gonna say hey. Play. Poor Socks didn't feel good yesterday. Threw up multiple times. It was grass. He went outside and ate some grass. He threw up grass all over the house. During his throw up session, he apparently also had the shits. There's multiple inflatables in there in the living room, and one of them was a Santa Claus. And he goes over and he shat on the inflatable Santa. It was deflated at the time. Shat on Santa Claus. I couldn't believe the audacity of my cat to go over and take a shit on Santa Claus right in front of me. Christmas note. I'm talking to you. So, Socks shit on Santa Claus. I can rewrite the song. I saw Socks, he's shitting on Santa Claus. Yeah, buddy. Smokey and Maynard still over. Oh. I do condone drug use. I'm just saying that crack is kind of like it never did anything to me. It never did anything for me. I always thought like I would rather be doing some other drug. I'd rather be doing cocaine. Just me. No wonder I never get monetized on YouTube. When I do, my 14 cents gets given to the Gary Glitter estate. Soxy Boy is proud of himself too. You're looking all handsome. All right, I've been sitting on this story for a little while now. I don't know what's going, because I don't read or watch these stories before I do them with you guys here on the stream. I don't exactly know what's going on with this. It sounds dystopian. Mom has been banned from a New York City venue after she was kicked out of a Christmas show when she was spotted by face recognition technology. So, what in the fuck is going on here? So this is a local news hit out of New York. BC4, the I-Team. I believe the I-Team is it's one of those things that John Oliver has done a piece on about like how stupid the I-Team is. Let's find out what this facial recognition software spotted.
Now with an I-Team exclusive on the growing controversy over facial recognition. Critics say it's being used to target perceived enemies by one of the most famous companies in the country. Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace takes a closer look.
It's the Christmas season, and I was excited, and my daughter was excited to go and see the Radio City Christmas Spectacular and see the Rockettes.
Kelly Conlon's daughter is a Girl Scout. The weekend after Thanksgiving, members of her troop and some moms took a field trip to the famous venue. But to MSG Entertainment, Conlon isn't just any mom. This is a photo of security guards approaching her inside the lobby.
It was pretty simultaneous, I think, to me going through the metal detector that I heard that over a loudspeaker. I heard them say, "Woman with long dark hair and gray scarf." I was asked my name, and I was asked to provide my identification.
Did they say something about facial recognition?
I believe they did. I believe they said that our recognition picked you up.
A sign says facial recognition is used as a security measure to ensure safety for guests and employees. Conlon says she posed no threat, but the guards still kicked her out with this explanation.
We know that you are an attorney, and they knew my name before I told it to them.
We know that you're an attorney? We know that you're an attorney.
They knew the firm that I was associated with before I told them. and they told me that I was not allowed to be there.
Conlon is an associate with the New Jersey-based law firm Davis, Saperstein and Solomon, which for years has been involved in personal injury litigation against a restaurant venue now under the umbrella of MSG Entertainment.
I don't practice in New York. I'm not an attorney that works on any cases against MSG.
But MSG says she was still
even
there,
if she
along with
was.
fellow attorneys in that firm and others. A spokesperson saying in a statement, quote, MSG instituted a straightforward policy that precludes attorneys pursuing active litigation against the company from attending events at our venues until that litigation has been resolved. While we understand this policy is disappointing to some,
yes, apparently MSG is bad for your health, simp. Ta-doom-tsh.
we cannot ignore the fact that litigation creates an inherently adverse environment.
That's not true.
Impacted attorneys were notified of the policy, including Davis, Saperstein, and Solomon, which was notified twice.
This whole scheme is a pretext for doing collective punishment on adversaries who would dare sue MSG.
Other firms have sued over being blacklisted. Conlon says she thought a recent judge's order in one of those cases made it clear that ticket holders like her may not be denied entry to any shows.
I was just a mom taking my daughter to see a Christmas show.
MSG says in this particular situation, only the one attorney who chose to attend was denied entry, and the rest of her group, including the Girl Scouts, were all able to attend and enjoy the show.
So you waited outside?
I love how MSG is totally
embarrassing. It was mortifying.
Standing behind their decision.
Is now upping the legal ante, challenging MSG's license with the state liquor authority.
The license that MSG got requires them to admit members of the public unless they're people who would be disruptive, who constitute a security threat, separating a mother from her daughter and Girl Scouts that she was watching over, and to do it under the pretext of protecting any disclosure of litigation information is absolutely absurd. The fact that they're using facial recognition technology to do this is frightening. It's just...
Oh, it is not disclosure of litigation information. That's not what they're worried about. It is punishment. It is punishment to a firm that would dare sue MSG.
It's un-American to do this.
A spokesperson reiterating facial recognition is just one of their security measures. MSG Entertainment adding they are confident that their policy is in compliance with all applicable laws, including the state liquor authority. From Midtown, Sarah Wallace, News 4.
Wow. And these are just some of the crazy instances that we're going to see going forward. As facial recognition software is put into more and more uses. Shit that we haven't even thought of yet. Oof. I don't like this. Dystopian. Dystopian is what go to Oprah. Oprah, who is worth $2.5 billion, left speechless when a fan tells her that $100 is too much to spend on a Christmas gift. Winfrey was asked for Christmas present inspiration by a fan and was stunned when they said $100 was too much to spend on a gift. The fan told the talk show host, 68, who was worth a huge $2.5 billion, that his mother was not doing well and he wanted something to cheer her up over the festive season. Apparently there is a TikTok that goes with this.
A favorite gift for my mom. She's not doing well.
You know, a wonderful thing is that jewelry box that's at
Moose.
that I had on Favorite Things. A beautiful red jewelry box with a little
That's too expensive for me.
No, it's not. It's really not. It's like $100 and some.
A little low on my price budget.
Lower than $100?
My mom, she understands. She has sentimental gifts.
Okay, then this is the perfect gift for your mom. You do a list of your top 10 reasons why you love her, and you make a beautiful card, and it's your top 10.
That's
okay. Now that's good.
And it's sentimental. Your top 10.
He was shocked that $100 was a lot of money. Shocked, I tell you. Some were angered by the clip, including one person who implied Oprah was out of touch. He said, "Oh, you poor? I got a better gift for you." Another agreed, writing, "A billionaire doesn't understand how it is for the rest of us." Meanwhile, a third person said she was shook that $100 was too expensive. Do they even make things that cost less than $100? However, others were more supportive of Oprah and how she approached the situation. One person penned, "I think Oprah handled this and answered this very well." Her second answer was pretty good. I'll give her props on that. Another added, "Her second suggestion was incredibly thoughtful. Bless her heart, she was trying to help. I loved both her suggestions. There was no judgment in her tone or reaction. Love her sentimental gift idea." I like picking on rich people. Was there no judgment in her tone? I don't know. Watch it again. Find out.
She's not doing well.
You know, a wonderful thing is that jewelry box that's at
Moose.
that I had on Favorite Things. A beautiful red jewelry box with a little.
That's too expensive for me.
No, it's not. It's really.
No, it's not.
$100.
A little low on my price budget.
Lower than $100?
My mom, she understands. She has sentimental gifts.
Okay, then this is the perfect gift for your mom. You do a list of your top 10 reasons why you love her, and you make a beautiful card, and it's your top 10.
That's perfect, and it's sentimental, right?
And it's sentimental. Your top 10.
And it carry back.
Okay, I'll cut Oprah some slack. I once had a girlfriend, like a jar that had like 100 reasons why. One of the sweetest presents I ever got a week after I broke up with her. Threw it at me. One banana, Michael. What is it? $10? Gonna miss her. You guys know what a white elephant party is? I'd never heard of them. I think SNL did a skit about a white elephant party. That was my first exposure to them. Is that a Republican sex party? Oh! Some video here of this. I thought I did.
This is a segment that will allow you to breathe, okay? If you want to get your Christmas gifts to make it.
Well, it had video, but the video wasn't the story. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to read it to you because nobody got a video. Lori James of Kentucky hoped to get shopping vouchers in the secret prize giving, but instead was given lottery scratch cards and hit the jackpot. A Kentucky office manager won $175,000 from a scratch-off lottery ticket that she received during her company's White Elephant Gift Exchange. White Elephant Gift Exchanges have a quirky set of rules. Typically, gifts are opened in a group, with players then able to steal gifts from other players. That's what they on Saturday Night Live, like the dude that played Elvis, he really liked his gift, and then like somebody stole it from him. And he was really bummed out that they stole that gift from him. I'd never heard of a White Elephant Christmas. White Elephant Gift Exchanges have a... Oh, I already read that. That happened to Lori James, the office manager at Harmon Dental Center in Louisville, Kentucky, but ultimately led her to her lottery jackpot. James had received a $25 TJ Maxx gift card, but another worker then stole that from her. She then had to pick another gift, which was a $25 scratch-off lottery ticket, according to a statement from the Kentucky Lottery. That's when everyone was telling me to scratch them off. The first ticket gave her a $50 win, and then she scratched off a $10 ticket that revealed a win on all 15 spots on the ticket, giving her $175,000. Secret Santa is way better, I would think. I guess the white elephant means, like, you know, you've got this opportunity to steal. She's going to get $124,000 after taxes. Pretty good payday. So, man, sucks to be the woman that stole the gift from her, doesn't it? Hope you enjoyed your $25 TJ Maxx gift card. It is Christmas Eve. Perhaps some of you haven't bought Christmas presents. So let's go to CBS News and see if we got some last-minute gift ideas.
For two-day delivery from FedEx or UPS. And if you're shopping, if you're behind, don't
too late for a two-day delivery, sir.
About gifts, first of all, but it's also not too late. There are still thoughtful, last-minute ideas available to you.
Let's
bring in Julia Pukachevsky now. She's got some suggestions. She's the editor at Insider.
Dollar Store is a great source.
An article called 48 Thoughtful Last-Minute Gifts That Don't Feel Rushed. Julia, great to have you with us. Let's get through half a dozen of them, shall we? What types of gifts?
Video 57. I thought they closed that place down.
That will make it on time and still be thoughtful.
Well, one thing I'd really think about is gift cards or online subscriptions. I think, you know, with
Seems
gifts
heartless,
and
ma'am.
Christmas in general or the holidays, people are used to thinking of gifts as having to be wrapped and sort of dramatically opened. But I think people really underestimate.
I mean, nobody minds money
to try something new or something around their interests, and there are so many options around pretty much any hobby you can think of, any food, drinks, fitness classes, anything like that. And yeah, I think it's kind of hard to go wrong, especially if you really know someone.
Another reason that's a good idea is because, as my wife has told me,
I would assume like Visa sponsored this segment or something. Financial institutions make a lot of money off of gift cards. Because like if you get like a $25 gift card or something and you spend it on something that's like $24.15, really can't spend the other what is that? I'm bad at math. 85 cents. Company just like Visa made 85 cents off of that you just left on your gift card. Damn. These motherfuckers make so much money off of gift cards each year.
Oftentimes, it's not really about the whiz-bang of the gift itself. It's the thought behind it. It's the thoughtfulness that you know someone's interested in something and you want to get them something useful for the new year. What is something that you want, for example, or that you received that you found to be really touching?
Honestly, a lot of people have given me book card or bookshop gift cards, so to buy books or Audible.
See, I think she's being paid by Visa or MasterCard or some shit.
Being able to pick out my own books, I think is sort of a lower risk gift, but at the same time, is something I will always use and always appreciate.
And what about for folks dealing with inflation, dealing with the high price of everything, who are strapped for cash this year? What are some good budget ideas?
Well, again, with gift cards, I think what's really great about them, a lot of gift cards will let you pick a custom
You should
amount,
have
so
to
you
disclose that
can,
Visa paid for this segment.
help someone buy a gift.
Bank of
but not
America or
necessarily
whatever
buy the whole
financial
thing. So, for
institution
example,
that puts you up to this.
One of the gifts I recently gave my parents was money on a hotels.com gift card because I wanted them to take a vacation because they hadn't in a while.
Maybe I'm just cynical.
But, that didn't pay for the whole vacation, but it paid for some and encouraged them to go. Another thing I'd recommend is
But I have a feeling I'm right about this.
with someone. Cameo, for example, it technically starts at $1, but to get a celebrity that is very popular to create a video message, it can.
I want to get big enough to where I can be on Cameo.
But if you have, say, multiple family members,
I'll call you a dumb fuck.
for one person, that could be a really thoughtful and fun gift as well.
And I'm just looking through your article. I advise everyone to check it out. You've got things.
It is absolutely
like
paid
candles,
advertising.
Flowers.
It should be
fitness
marked
classes,
as such. This was
boutique ones that people
sponsored
like,
content.
And even, what is this? Skincare items. So, Julia Pukachevsky, all great ideas. I encourage folks to read your article, and a happy holidays to you. Thanks for joining us.
You're right. I do it for free.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Major winter storm that
there is like a barrier. Like you've got to be invited to Cameo. You have to be someone of some note. Application process. Perhaps 10,000 followers across YouTube and Twitch would get me on there. But I mean, as clinically pointed out, I do that for free. I do it for free on the show. I do it for free on Facebook. I do it for free on Twitter. Some dude on Twitter said all I do is yell and call people names. I was like, well, I thought I did the news and made fun of people too. And he linked to a search of my Twitter handle and the use of the word idiot. And there were like goddamn like 100, 200 entries. And yeah, I call people an idiot a lot on Twitter. Healers, good evening. Merry Christmas. I'd give anything to piss in your open eye hole. That's your joke. Give me that eye pussy, Steelers. They keep banning me from Twitter. I can't get my actual Twitter back. I would like to be Mr. Justin Freakin again. You're right, Craleo. Calling pretty much anybody on Twitter an idiot is a safe bet. Oh, fuck. You guys don't... Elf on a Shelf. Where did it come from? When did this start? There's a meme going around. It's like, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf? No, I fucking hadn't. Where did this shit come from? Who started it? It's just a thing, and now everybody's like, you should know what Elf on a Shelf is. It seems creepy to me. Tumblr mommies. I've heard it's a CIA op. I've heard all kinds of conspiracy theories about it. But one school principal went all in on this whole Elf on a Shelf shit.
At Southwestern Elementary School in Shelbyville, students watched as first-year principal Beth Hoeing
Got plenty more.
became a human ice cream cone.
Doesn't she look delicious?
Students won this tasty challenge after raising 5,000 cans of food.
Doesn't she look delicious?
So there was quite a fierce competition in second.
Don't say that to the children's. Don't say that to the children's, dude.
You live in sexual anarchy?
Grade between our two classrooms and Mr. Robinson's classroom.
Everybody give it up for Mrs. Hoeing.
It's one of the many
Mr.
things
Hoeing or Mrs. Hoeing?
Tell me you have the coolest principal without telling me you have the coolest principal.
She is also Elf on the Shelf. This TikTok video has amassed nearly 8 million views.
I didn't realize it was going to get this big. There was one day this week where my hands were in the air and all of them high-fived me as I walked by. It was pretty exciting. Every day when they're walking out, they say to me, I can't wait to see what the elf is doing tomorrow.
She's even been taped to the wall.
We did not allot enough time for that particular one, and we're not able to put enough tape on me to hold me to the wall in time for arrival. So there are a couple of chairs underneath me, but that one was a lot of fun.
For Mrs. Hoeing, it's all about giving back to her students.
And for them to have something to look forward to each and every day when they come to school, and it's been something that's been very magical. It's all for the kids. As long as we're doing something for the kids and the kids are enjoying it, that's all that matters.
Inside the walls of Southwestern Elementary School.
Steelers, can you not be a stupid fuck? Like, every single right-winger is talking about handing dildos out to kids. Because that's what the right-wing propaganda has programmed you to say. Now, the context to that is this was a class that was like 17 fucking year olds, and they handed out dildos. They passed them around to 17-year-olds in a sex ed class. There's nothing wrong with that. And then, like, you people come in here and say, like, we're watching a video about a principal being wholesome, and you're like, they're handing out dildos to kids. One, it has no context. It's fucking 17-year-olds in a sex ed class. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Two, you're being programmed by right-wing propaganda to say stupid shit to us. Buddy, I have no problem with them talking about butt plugs and dildos in a sex ed class for teenagers. And if you do, you're a fucking idiot, and I can't help you with that. I don't know what's good for kids. I don't give a shit about kids. But you know what? Fucking experts on sex education do know what's good for kids. You don't. And comprehensive sex education lowers rates of teen pregnancies, STDs, and leads to healthy relationships. So can you stop being an idiot and just say, like, do you know how many times I have heard idiot-ass right-wingers bring up the point about handing out dildos to kids? Because the propaganda you watch programmed you to say that to me. You fucking stupid fuck. I have said many times that people shouldn't have opinions on things they know nothing about. I wish you would take my fucking advice. God damn. Right-wingers are morons. Are you calling me a pedo? You stupid piece of shit. You would twerk for kids, so pedo. You sound like a fucking moron. I can't believe people like you are able to even function in society. You don't care about kids, you dumb fuck. Because I can show you where organizations that actually... I don't remember ever saying twerking for kids is cool, but I don't think that twerking is anything fucking to be upset about. Oh, I did say that? Okay, well, twerking for kids is cool. Okay, if I said it, I said it. I'll own up to it. But I just like... You're upset about twerking. The number one cause of death in kids right now is guns. But twerking is bad for kids. You're so fucking stupid. My God. This is why I just break down and call right-wingers morons. Dumbest fucks walking the planet. We were just being chill. I didn't want to have to yell at anybody. I didn't want to have to call people dumb fucks, but somebody had to come in here being a dumb fuck. We're just being chill. I haven't even done any major news. It's all been lighthearted shit tonight. And you had to come in here spouting off right-wing goddamn nonsense like the idiot you are. Why? Why can't you learn to feel embarrassment? For the love of God. I don't know what you mean I support twerking for kids. What the fuck does that mean? No, I don't think twerking is any goddamn big deal. I don't know where I've ever advocated for somebody to go and twerk for a kid before. But I also don't think that twerking is something anybody should be upset about. I don't know what you're fucking talking about, you stupid goddamn fuck. What is sexual dancing? There's this disconnect where somebody thinks that shaking your butt is automatically sexual or some shit. Buddy, I know what I say on streams. You are an idiot. Fucking shit. Why are you so goddamn stupid? Nobody wants to see me shake my ass. It's not sexual. Do you know what you sound like? You sound like the fucking parents in Footloose. You sound like the fucking idiots that were like Elvis shaking his hips on TV. Is a bad influence on the kids. It's just the same shit over and over and over again. And this is my thing. Motherfucker. The number one cause of death in children in this country is guns. I can show you story after story of cops and priests, preachers, pastors in churches raping kids, and you don't give a shit about that. But you want to come in here and talk about how sex education for teenagers is bad. You're an idiot. And that is why I just break down and call right-wingers fucking morons. You're not a serious person. Stupid fuck. And the fact that, like, we're watching a story about children and you start talking about dildos is concerning. What the fuck is wrong with you? We're watching a story about children and you think about dildos. Idiot. Like, seriously, fucking shit. Somebody call CPS on this motherfucker. Buddy. It was a sex ed class for teenagers. It had nothing to do with the story we were watching. You are a sick fuck. There is something wrong with you. Dumb shit. Yes, Nicole, this idiot keeps coming in here and spouting off the dumbest right-wing nonsense. We were watching this wholesome story about a principal at an elementary school, and he starts talking about handing out dildos. He's taking a fucking story that he heard right-wing media promote for this teacher, and I believe he was literally covering gay sex in a sex education class for 17-year-olds, and they handed out dildos and butt plugs. Nothing wrong with it. Buddy, you should see dildos in sex ed. Comprehensive sex education is a good thing. But nobody is teaching that to elementary school children. This is a class for teenagers. Now, can you stop being an idiot? Please. Like, if you people could learn to feel embarrassment, it would save the rest of us a lot of time. And if you really gave a shit about children, you would do something about all the cops and the preachers that are raping children. Or you do something about gun violence, which is the number one cause of death in children. Being upset about dildos and twerking does nothing to protect children. Matter of fact, I can also show you where organizations that protect children from exploitation say that your dumbass conspiracies hinder their ability to be able to protect children. Let me repeat that again. Organizations that actually work on child exploitation say that your dumbass conspiracies hurt their ability to protect children. You should learn to feel embarrassment. I don't remember having a dildo in sex ed class. The only thing I remember I don't remember much of my high school career. The only thing I remember from sex ed class was that they showed a picture of somebody who had I don't know what was on his head. It wasn't like the herpes. The herpes aren't that bad. Gonorrhea on his head? I don't fucking know. Did he stick his whole head in a pussy? That was my thought. When I saw it, like, did he stick his whole head in the pussy?
You live in sexual anarchy?
Jenkins, good evening. Dealers, dude, shut the fuck up. We're not talking about sex ed anymore. Why are you so concerned with fucking sex ed class for children? Oh my god. Why do you guys constantly think about sex and children? It's weird. Yeah, oh, it could have been the herpes? Fair enough. Like, it is all the right ever fucking talks about. It's fucking weird, you people. And I didn't want to get all fucking frustrated tonight. I got really annoyed by your fucking dumbassery. Idiot. Also, you don't know how to spell you are. You're really goddamn dumb. You're really goddamn dumb. What did you win? You came in here and looked stupid. What did you win? You came in here while we were doing a wholesome story and you talked about dildos. I don't know that I ever said twerking for kids was cool. I don't think twerking is a big fucking deal. Buddy, you're just fucking stupid. No, I don't know what you're talking about when you're saying like twerking for kids. I don't know where I've ever been like, oh, twerking for kids is cool. I'm sure I've said like twerking isn't a big fucking deal, but also I don't give a shit about twerking. It's not something I dwell on. What I think is you don't understand what I'm fucking saying. Because you're an idiot. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah to everyone. Why is this a thing? Why do right-wingers show up and say the dumbest goddamn shit? I just don't get it. Why are you so concerned with... Buddy, of all the problems that children have in this country, twerking is not goddamn one of them. Look up how many children are going to sleep hungry tonight. How many don't have fucking homes? And you're concerned about twerking? It makes me want to punch you in the goddamn face. Because you were so fucking stupid. I like that you guys time people out in order to get me to stop engaging with. Because Because I can't help myself. I can't help myself. If you're on Twitch and you're not subbed, you're gonna get commercial breaks here, but I'm sticking with you guys. I'm not going anywhere. Clinically redeemed to get back to the news. We're gonna get back to the news right after the commercial break. I'm gonna bullshit for a few minutes. So anyone who's not subbed, you're getting an ad right now, but everybody, I'm gonna stick around with you. Yes, I need more weed. Anyone who thinks that twerking in front of children is an issue that needs to be addressed in this country is goddamn stupid. Well, I appreciate you guys keeping me in check. I try to do a substantive show, and I know there are some people that tune in for me yelling at dumb fucks, but there's other people that tune in to actually get a news rundown, and they don't like it when I get off topic and yell at dumb fucks. So it's trying to strike the right balance with the stream. Muscleopsy. Somebody give me the phonetical pronunciation again. I always fuck it up. But I love you. I'm so glad to see you. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. A lovely Yule to you if that's what you're celebrating. Fantastic Festivus. Yeah, fucking repeating the Massachusetts Nazi. Good evening. There are more Nazis in Massachusetts than you would like to believe. You're right, clinically. It is one thing if like we get some new material in here, but like it's just the same shit over and over again. We were doing a heartwarming story for those of you that weren't here for it. Like, it was this principal that was taping themselves to the wall, doing all kinds of shit to amuse the kids in this elementary school. And it was heartwarming. It was wholesome. And then this motherfucker comes in here and starts talking about dildos. They're giving dildos out to kids, which isn't true. That makes me it makes me want to give it the context, right? Because part of me, I like to call out bullshit. And this fascination with twerking, dancing in front of children is not a big deal. And if twerking is part of that, fucking cheerleaders dance in front of children. There are dance teams at schools. There's just way more problems than people shaking their ass. And if the thing you see in this, this late stage capitalist society with everything falling apart around us, rich getting richer, wealth inequality at an all-time high, gun violence, the number one cause of death among children. You've got cops and churches raping kids. But the thing you're upset about is twerking. P. Davey 14 Glowies. I have no idea what you're talking about, my friend. I'm glad to have you here. Merry Christmas. It just seems like, we want to rain on people. People are having fun dancing. Let's piss on them. I thought when he said something about twerking, I almost got up and twerked. I don't know that I can twerk. I don't know that I've ever tried to twerk. Real hot girl shit. Congratulations to Megan. I guess. That's weird to say that. Congratulations on winning your trial for getting shot. No, congratulations is the right word for that, but good on Megan. I was concentrating real hard. I don't think I shook my ass very well. And I think I'm going to be really embarrassed when I go back and watch that. Trying to get really high because it's everybody back. Everybody back. We got to get back to the news. Drop my lighter. I got news for you. What are you doing? Finding out what that news be doing on Christmas. I don't know that this one's so much Christmas related, but this is a story that I had that I didn't get a chance to play through the week. And I want to find out what she said. So apparently Jenna Bush, daughter of George W. Bush, went on with oh, wait a minute. She co-hosts this show. She wasn't a guest. I thought she was on like Talking to Book or something. Apparently Jenna co-hosts this show with Oda. She had her kid come on. Apparently her kid embarrassed her.
No, but there's a cute little girl here. No, there's a little girl here. No, I can't. Come here, little girl. Who is this little girl? Who is here?
What's your name?
Mila.
This is my daughter, Mila.
Yes. How are you?
Good.
Is this so fun? Did you take? School's out, right? And is it kind of fun being here with Mom for work?
Yeah. Did you say what we did today?
What did you do?
We met my kitten.
You
We went Freaky call in?
Wait, what's your kitten's name?
Holly.
Holly.
Oh, she got a kitten named Holly.
Are you going to take good care of your kitten?
God, she kind of looks like Barbara. Holy shit, that Bush gene.
What are you going to do to care for your kitten?
Give her food.
And?
Water.
And?
A bed.
And?
Wow.
Mila, how long have you been dreaming about this kitten? How many years?
Whatever happened to Laura Bush?
Has she been, do you love
I ain't seen her in years.
No, because you do. It's your own thing. Where's the kitten going to sleep?
My room.
Do you think Poppy's going to say, like, I want the kitten in my room?
Yeah, but I already told her my kitten could sleep with her sometimes if she's nice to me.
If she's nice to you, she can sleep. Are you exactly like your mom?
No.
Now you're different.
How are you different, little missy?
Because I'm better.
Dude. Mila asked if she goes, is Hoda your best friend? And I said, she's one of my best friends.
I'm a bestie.
How could you tell?
Because you guys are always together.
That's true.
Co-workers.
You know what I love the most about your
You'll learn about capitalism in due time, ma'am.
Your mom? You know when I love her the most, Mia?
What?
When she's laughing so hard that she can't catch her breath. Do you know that kind when she does that?
Yeah, one time she was laughing in our living room and she peed her pants. No. And you changed her pajamas.
You did.
Thank you, Mila. Thank you so much.
Did you laugh so hard too? Isn't she the funniest?
Yeah, and at the end of the movie she cries.
Oh.
But that's okay, right?
Sometimes it's
Remember
happy,
what?
and sometimes it's not.
Remember when we cried with Charlotte's Web?
Yep.
Oh, they cried over Charlotte's Web.
That was a lot.
Right. Okay, well,
Mila,
I love you.
Wait, Mila, you're amazing. Wait, how old are you, Mila?
9.
You're 9 years old? Really? Mm-hmm. Wow, you're amazing. What grade are you in?
Told on Jenna. Let everyone know her mom peed her pants. Speaking of peeing, I'll give anything to piss in Dan Crenshaw's open eye hole. Give me that eye pussy, sir. I don't know what I want to smoke. I think load up some sour diesel. Smoking the THC infused CBD. Oh yeah, that was. I'm not ripping on the kid. I'm not even ripping on Jenna. Jenna's probably all right. She the one that liked to party? Was she the one that got like caught drinking all the time? I mean, like, if George W. wasn't in politics, I'd probably like him all right. I just can't forgive you. Like, I know, the mainstream media has tried to rehabilitate. I'm never going to let them live down the war crime. I lived through the Bush administration. It was horrifying. But Jenna's alright. Like, Jenna, like, sins of the father and all that shit. Jenna starts getting into politics. On drug misbehavior. I'm just, like, her drinking and shit, like, that makes a fool in my book. That's what I'm saying. Is she the one that liked to party? Fucking W liked to party back in the day. we could have invited W over for a little toot toot. I bet W was cool in his younger days. That whole, I would have partied with him. But like now if I was to go to a party and there's a Bush there, like, I'm gonna have to bring up war crimes. I'm gonna have to bring up, you know, the number of Iraqis that died. OAS, you don't even know. Do you guys want to watch the Matt Walsh thing again? You want to talk about war on Christmas? Matt Walsh out here debunking Santa Claus to the kids. We're not even the ones waging the war on Christmas. Matt Walsh out here doing it for us.
Fat man flies through the sky with reindeer, circumnavigates the globe, delivering presents to billions of children in one night.
Yes, Matt.
Dancer on Vixen, on Cupid, on... Yeah, I mean, it's I know. And then he does a delivery, but he bees her.
It seems sweet and heartwarming until you realize it's a whole bunch of transphobia.
Really quiet. And then the kids... Like, he goes into this chimney and he comes back this chimney. Yeah.
You know, let's talk about that. Apparently, according to NORAD, motherfucker is just like flying over places, shitting out presents. Ain't even stopping on anybody's roof and hopping down a chimney. He is currently on his way to Orlando, Florida. Guys, I guess he is venturing into the United States. For the first time, we are up to 5 billion presents delivered. 5.2 billion presents. To be honest, they probably shouldn't let Matt around children. You can see Santa now over the continental United States. What do you mean if Santa was real? Are you gonna come in and we're watching Santa right now? This is live with the NORAD Santa tracker. I like how I replaced my my election updates with Santa tracking. There might be kids watching this stream, so we want to make sure that we twerk for them. We want to make sure that we do not ruin Santa Claus for them. Matt hiding something in his crotch. I want to remind everybody, Matt once paid me a high compliment.
Justin Freakin, the formidable voice in the culture.
Damn right. But yeah, tomorrow night we're going to be here. It's going to be Twitch only. Yeah, it's marked as mature. But we twerk for the children's around here. If it's not marked as mature, it's meant to be. I know YouTube really cracks down on me. But if there are any children here, they saw me twerking, and there ain't a goddamn thing wrong with it. We had Steelers fan in here earlier talking about how, you know, working in front of children turns them gay or some shit. That was probably the worst twerking any of you have ever seen. I should learn to feel embarrassment after that. And we're tied for the money. I think I found out that Matt is actually like 6'1" or something. I think I had to track this down because I thought Matt was short and he's actually like regular size. Because there was this whole thing, because Matt, like, Matt made fun of my size when he played that video of me on his show. Did something about bench pressing me or some shit. And I was like, this motherfucker is talking about my size? But it turns out he's not. I for some reason thought he was pint-sized. Yeah. Matt Walsh reacted to me. That's where this comes from.
Justin Freakin, the formidable voice in the culture.
That was my first spike in interest. He's not a pint sizer. Apparently, he's actual size. And what's really cool is I could, like, that happened back in the spring. It was around February or March. And, like, I can show you, like, my views, and I've demolished those views from back then. Because I got a spike. I was watching his video. I was watching him read his book, the Johnny the Walrus book to children. And it's one of the worst segments I did, but me reacting to his watching me was really good. That's one of the best segments I've done. But I will give him credit that he cut up my video to where it looked a lot more interesting than it was. Because he didn't give me a lot to work with. But he did choose, like, my funniest bits. So I appreciate that. And that got me played on Walsh and the Surfs and shit. So... oh, yeah. Santa entering into Marietta, Georgia. Into the K-pop, Jenkins. I never could get into the K-pop. I like pop music too. I like a baby metal, alright. I like a couple of songs. It's like, it's kind of grating on me. I haven't found any K-pop I'm particularly into. A lot of you might have had some deliveries. Your delivery driver has been hard at work over the last few weeks. A Cambridge delivery robot apparently thanking a guy for getting it unstuck in the snow. Now, this of course happened in the UK. Because if this robot was here in the US, it would have been shot already. Delivery robot that got stuck in the snow is thanked. The man who put it back on the right track, Graham Smith, came across the robot struggling to mount an icy curb in Cherry Hinton, Cambridge on Monday. Posting a photo on Facebook, he said he was concerned about the plight of the poor little mite, which said thank you after he helped it up the curb. Starship Technologies, which runs the robots, said they were designed to run at temperatures as low as negative 20 degrees Celsius, negative 4 for you people on the Fahrenheit temperature in much of the U.S. last night. Snow fell across the city on Sunday night, and by Monday it was blanketed in white. A photo taken late on Sunday shows several of them happily trundling along a snowy pavement in Cambridge. However, the Cherry Hinton bot hit a bit of a bother on its journey the following day. Smith, who was out walking, spotted it having trouble and took the photograph. On his Facebook post, he wrote, "Saw this poor little mite trying to negotiate a high, slippery curb in ckers earlier today. Wheels spinning like crazy. We gave it a push onto the path. It very politely thanked us and carried on its way. Should it have been let out on its own in these weather conditions? It didn't even have a scarf." Should have thrown the fucker in the river, you say. It could have drowned like so many children have in the UK. Do you guys know that children drown in lakes, rivers in the UK all the goddamn time? It's like a daily occurrence. So we've been watching Prime Minister's Questions sporadically, most Wednesdays or something here for the last month. They're constantly coming on like, our prayers and our hearts go out to the children that drowned in the lake last night. Pretty much every fucking week. I don't know. Did they stop teaching them how to swim in Britain? Guess is as good as mine. All I know is that it's like people drowning in Britain is a widespread problem, apparently. That is one of the many things that we have learned from watching Prime Minister's Questions. Oh, goddamn. What's your guys' favorite Christmas song? Several of my favorite Christmas songs were on the list of the most hated Christmas songs last night. We did this story on the Freak Show last night. Should I pull up the most hated Christmas song? Do this. Most hated Christmas songs before we do the next story. What are the most hated Christmas songs? Number 9 is Jingle Bells. Number 8 is Little Drummer Boy. 7, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Number 6, one of my personal favorite Christmas songs, Mary Did You Know? A 3-way tie between the next 3. It's Baby It's Cold Outside, All I Want for Christmas Is You and Last Christmas tied for 5th. Wonderful Christmas Time, 4th. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus is number 3. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, number 2. Number 1 is Santa Baby. I'm sorry I put you on the spot, Jenkins. Oh, shit. I will hit you guys with this. I have a fantastic Christmas playlist. I'm going to put it in the comments. I was listening to it earlier. We will listen to it some tomorrow, but we're going to predominantly watch Christmas specials. I do want to put on my Spotify Christmas playlist. Plays for 32 hours. Has all your classic favorites, and it has a bunch of shit that wouldn't be considered classic. Also, I'll drop that in the Discord. Oh Holy Night is one of my absolute favorite Christmas songs. Oh Holy Night. When I do long ass playlists. It's got some Richard Cheese on there doing some Christmas songs. Got AC/DC doing I Need a Mistress for Christmas. Got DMX doing Jingle Bells. Oh shit, it's got some good shit on there, I promise you. Tied for number 5 on this list is All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's one of my least favorite Christmas songs. One of the most annoying Christmas songs in my opinion. The co-writer of All I Want for Christmas says that Mariah Carey's story about writing the song is a snow job. I think Little John is on one of the Christmas songs on my playlist. I do believe so. There's a hell of a lot of rap songs on my Christmas playlist. I love the Wham is one of my favorites. And it was on the most hated Christmas songs. I think it was tied for 5th. I fucking love me some Wham. The man who co-wrote All I Want for Christmas Is You with Mariah Carey says the pop diva's story about the song's origin is as false as a flying reindeer. Longtime Carey collaborator Walter Afonsoneff this week tried to make mincemeat of Carey's claim that she came up with the Christmas classic when she was a child. I am proud of the song that I wrote basically as a kid on my little Casio keyboard, she told Billboard in 2017. On the podcast Hot Takes and Deep Dives, posted on Thursday, Afonsoneff expressed gratitude for Carey, gratitude to Carey for the 1994 song's enduring success, but took issue with her tall tale. I bet he does express gratitude. Can you imagine what the goddamn residual checks on that look like? He said there was never any alternate story until probably 10 years ago when she started to hint at that fact. Oh yeah, I wrote that song when I was a little girl. But why weren't you saying that for 12 or 13 or 15 years prior to that? So it just sort of developed in her mind, the producer argued, but she doesn't play anything. She doesn't play keyboard or piano. She doesn't understand music. Doesn't know chord changes in music theory or anything like that. She doesn't know a diminished chord from a minor 7th chord to a major 7th chord. So to claim that she wrote a very complicated chord-structured song with her finger on a Casio keyboard when she was a little girl, it's kind of a tall tale, he added. Afonsoneff, a 2-time Grammy winner, described the songwriting process as a 50-50 ping pong of ideas, with him at the piano during the long ago summer session focused on adding 3 Christmas songs to an upcoming album. At the time, I felt it was very collaborative. He said he hasn't talked to Carey in 4 years, and that followed an approximately 20-year span of no contact. That is what? He said he hasn't talked to Carey in 4 years, and that followed an approximately 20-year span of no contact. An automatic email from Carey's rep said he was on holiday when asked for comment by HuffPost. Getting a little catty with Mariah Carey there. I mean, last few times I've seen Mariah, it seemed like she might be what call a wino? Is that wrong of me to say? Seemed like she might have had a drinky poo. Last few times I've seen Mariah. I had a drinky poo earlier in the day. For those of you who haven't heard this story, I hooked up with a guy on Grindr one time. Came over to my house and we're smoking a joint. I asked him what sort of music he was into. Brought up Mariah Carey. He was a big Mariah Carey fan, and he did not like my take on Mariah Carey. I said that Mariah was like, you know, she was like the biggest thing in pop music. God, when I was 11, 12, like you couldn't go anywhere the summer of 95 without hearing a Mariah Carey song. Maybe it was 96. But then you get to that album. What was it? The Honey album, and like she's completely jumped the shark, and like Mariah Carey was an embarrassment. He did not like Honey was his favorite album apparently. I love Kylie Minogue. Thor Sausage. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. It is the 5th day of Hanukkah. I need to look that up. I've lost count. I've been saying it every night. You would think I would remember. It ends on Monday. Start on Sunday. This is the 6th day of Hanukkah. Tomorrow's the 7th, Monday's the 8th. 6th day of Hanukkah. Thank you, clinically. 6th day of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Happy 6th day of Hanukkah. Lovely Yule. A satisfactory Saturnella, if that's what you're celebrating. Don't want to leave anybody out. I lift my bong for you. Got the red shirt with the green bandana last night. You got red and green lights tonight. Ooh, that might have been the one. I might be high enough for this shit. I promised you, this is the Christmas special. You don't just get one. You don't just get one animal story tonight. You get multiple animal stories because it's Christmas. That's my Christmas present. Christmas present to you. Any animal story. Tomorrow night we're going to be here. We're going to be jamming out to Christmas music. We're going to be watching classic television specials, but it's only going to be on Twitch. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I'm listening to the podcast. I'm sorry. Now. It's okay to fetishize trans women if, you know, they're sex workers that are there wanting you to consume their content. However, if you would like to have a meaningful relationship with a trans woman, I would be careful about fetishizing them. Treat them like a human being. Because to treat women like they're human beings. Do you have the courage to love one? That's a great question. Balls, fucking A. Oh, do you guys want a Christmas kitten? The kitten wandered in here. Let me give you a kitten. Stop, pussy. Getting so big, she is. I can't believe how long she is. Rough and tumble, too. She's so sweet. I guess she's about 11 weeks. 12 weeks now. About to be a teenager. Got this wild teen over here. I went in the living room. There are many boxes, and there was a socks in the box when I went. Socks in the box. Maynard got up. They were all in a pile. Got up and went somewhere. Maynard doesn't like the kitten. Maynard doesn't like the kitten, but the kitten likes Maynard. So it's one of those relationships, right? I don't think Maynard likes anybody, to be honest with you. Maynard doesn't like other cats. Maynard doesn't like any of us. Maynard, like, he isn't impressed by much. He's always looking at you very judgmentally. Get a new Xbox controller. Or sore sausage.
You live in sexual anarchy?
Maybe you wish you lived in sexual anarchy. Wouldn't be splooging all over your controllers. You could have somebody that could help jack you off. Where was I? Oh, I got animal videos. Just strutting around. It's hilarious. Now she climbing the wall. Kittens are so much fun. Sausage, I'm fucking get on Grindr. Any people that are willing to put something in your ass out there. All right, so I promised you, because it's Christmas, multiple animal stories. Multiple animal stories. I'm not just giving you animal videos. I give you animal stories, but some of them do have video. I don't know exactly how many animal videos. This one is apparently very majestic. This is a moose losing its antlers. It's very rare. Shedding its antlers is a rare sighting. Caught on somebody's Ring doorbell. Is it refreshing for them? I don't know. I didn't know that moose lose their antlers. Snowstorm headed towards Alaska the evening of December 15th. Tyra Bogart headed to her sister's house in case the power went out. As she scrolled through TikTok with her niece, she noticed a notification from her Ring camera. The camera set up at her front door had picked up some motion. Curious, Bogart clicked on the notification and watched live as a 1 in a million occurrence happened. A moose walked by and shook its body almost like a disgruntled dog, and then pop! Its antlers snapped off its head. The animal, clearly startled by what happened, quickly ran away. I don't. What happens to their? Is shedding their antlers a thing? Kind of like a snake shedding its skin? Moose shed their antlers once a year, sometime in midwinter, following rutting, which is breeding season. Moose appear to be unbothered by the shed, and new antlers begin to grow several weeks later. They grow them for breeding. The antlers are very heavy and can become a burden for animals to carry around when they are trying to eat enough to survive in the cold. Interesting. What I love about this stream, we're always learning shit. Always learning shit. Do any of you have a problem with cats getting into your Christmas tree? Any of you have a problem with cats getting into your Christmas tree? Couple thought they came up with an ingenious idea how to protect their tree from their cats. I hate these TikTok ripoffs. I can't make it full screen. Bills on Instagram. They decide to hang their tree from the ceiling. Protect it from the cats. Watch what happens. Battle Opossum, good evening. But does it actually protect the tree from the cats? Or are cats complete fucking assholes? It looked stupid as fuck and it didn't even work. Cat's gonna cat. Cats are always going to cat. Merely a challenge. God damn us, everyone. That's a hell of a jump. I give props to that cat one more time. More like a challenge than a deterrent. I think we've got a kitten that could do something like that. Weeks. She's already practicing. She's climbing the walls. Training. Boom. At least they did a good job hanging it and it didn't fall down when the cat got up there. Always look on the bright side. I didn't know that cats also like the puppuccinos that you get from Starbucks. I was not aware that cats were into that. Apparently this hairless cat that I found is indeed into a puppuccino. Hairless cat dressed up for Christmas. Got to go out, get itself a puppuccino. A hairless sphinx. What do you call that little hat it's got on its head? The candy cane striped knitted toboggan? Well, where's Waldo looking sweater? I think it's adorable though. Apparently it's a rescue cat. Getting spoiled for Christmas. That's not all I got for you. Finish it out. Christmas time hippopotamus. Who welcomes baby hippopotamus just in time for Christmas. I don't think they shaved it off. I think it's hairless. Baby pygmy hippo. Baby pygmy hippo. I was thinking it looked kind of slimy. Is that pregnancy juice on it? Do hippos need to be watered? Gotta wash down a hippo? Because yeah, they like to be in the water, don't they? It looked like the scale said 11 pounds. 11.9. For some reason I thought it would be less than 11 pounds, but I guess it is a fucking hippo. It's slimy with something. I don't know what it is. Is that just what baby hippo skin looks like? Yeah, I'm doing Christmas specials tomorrow. That's why we're doing news tonight. Specials tomorrow. $8 o'clock. Normal troll time. I liked what I did with this show tonight. Somehow we even still had me yelling at a dumb fuck. I had a little bit of everything. Felt like a regular news show. Oh, before we get out of here, I should probably check back in with Santa Claus. Currently over Simsbury, Connecticut. Has delivered 5.4 billion gifts to children all around the world. Over South America when we started the show. Checked in about halfway. He was over Greenland. Saw him make landfall in Florida, about 20, 30 minutes ago? Fake news. How dare you? You see it. You're seeing Santa shit out packages right now. Currently heading for Greensboro, Vermont. Went up on 5.5 billion. Lazy, of course it's real. This is NORAD tracking Santa's sleigh. This is real time. Don't ruin it for the children's. Don't act like Matt Walsh. Come on. We do not want to shit on the children's good time. We want to twerk for the children. Twerk for the children. Show them Santa's real. Don't shoot the reindeer. Oh my God. My chat. You guys are so bad. Usually I'm like, oh, I have the best chat, but like, I show Santa on the NORAD tracker and you guys are all like, shoot him down. Fake news. I don't know if they have I don't know if they like have the tracker to where like you can see his path. That's a very good question. Hold on, let me pull it up. I have it like I have it built into my software. I don't have it like on browser. Let me see if I can see his path. Does Santa not disclose where he's going to be? Okay, you can view Santa's route on a 2D map here. Here you go, Glazy. View Santa's route on a 2D map. You can see he's on the East Coast right now. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's on the East Coast right now. I'm like pointing at China. You can see he's on the East Coast right now. Heading for Portsmouth, New Hampshire. You can see him shitting out a bunch of packages right there. Must have been over a major population center when he shit out all those packages. Baby hippo. Baby pygmy hippo, just in time for Christmas. What are they going to name it? Officials with the zoo said a full-grown pygmy hippo could weigh up to 600 pounds. What's its name? It doesn't give us a name for the hippo. How are you going to not tell us its name? Christmas came early at the zoo. We did indeed receive a hippopotamus for Christmas this year. Congratulations to pygmy hippo parents Iris and Corin. Birth of their female calf. The baby is yet to be named. This was published on December 22nd. 3 days old on December 22nd. she weighs 16 pounds currently. 1 week later, she clocked in at 24.2 pounds. He shits the packages. Bowels of Holly. To-doom. I guess that's how he's able to make it all around the world. He shits the packages out. I thought he went down a chimney. But according to this NORAD fucking tracker, he's shitting them out. 5.5 billion gifts delivered already. This is why I wanted to do the Troll Patrol tonight, so we could check in on Santa. I still feel kind of bad about how I talked to him last night. You guys want to call him back?
Merry Christmas! This is Santa Claus, and you have reached my personal hotline. We have been very busy making all of those toys to deliver on Christmas morning, and I want you to know that your family loves you very much, and so do I. So be good, and don't forget to always listen to your parents.
Be good.
When you hear the tone, please leave me your Christmas gift wishes and holiday cheer. And remember, kids, I know who's been naughty and nice. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you soon.
Hey Santa, it's Justin Freakin again. I'm sorry. I was really mean to you, and I was really pretentious when I called you last night, and I've been thinking about it all night, and you do such good work. I just watched you shitting out packages on the NORAD tracker just a few minutes ago. And mad props to you. You're currently at 5.5 billion gifts to children all around the world. So who am I to judge you and bitch you out? I wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, a lovely Yule, a satisfactory Saturnella, whatever you're celebrating tonight. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Thanks for the hookers, Santa. Smoke, you say? I think that puts a nice bow on my saga with Santa this year. Till next year, old man. Till next year. All right. Back to your baby hippo. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. Watch Christmas specials. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna have I promise the Star Wars Christmas special is gonna be on there. We got Seinfeld, The Simpsons, Bewitched, all kinds of old school. I got the Lone Ranger fucking Christmas special. Who knows what the fuck we'll end up getting into tomorrow. Let me see who's on the Twitch right. Also, thank you, Ravana. We raided into Ravana the other night. Ravana gave me a shout out. I'm a big fan of Ravana, and I'm glad to see her getting the recognition she deserves. I need to clip. We were talking about Raytheon, and somebody typoed and said Ravana. Well, you can buy a stock in Ravana. I endorse it. Watching on Twitch, we're gonna go hang out with Ed. I should totally clip that. Go ahead, light one up, tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun before you hit the sack here on this Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.